Hey, Drewz Viewz here, back for the Haunting of Hill House reactions. Today I'm up to episode 5, which is called The Bent Neck Lady. So in the very first episode, this character, I guess you would call it, showed up, this ghost. I couldn't even understand what the young Nelly was saying at the time, but I guess she was saying the Bent Neck Lady, and then we've heard it about her since then. This is going to be the Nelly episode. She's the 5th and final child of the family. They went in order, kind of, although her and Luke are twins, I guess so. Maybe she's slightly younger than him, came out second, but doesn't matter. They had the whole twin connection, a twin thing last time. Good episode last time, I liked it, very dramatic. It had the whole tie-ins with addiction, tying in with the twin connection and being haunted and all that. So he was feeling when she's dead, she was feeling like getting rigor mortis, feeling cold, all that stuff. And then finally at the end of the episode, we caught up with Steven, got him, told her what happened, and he said she didn't commit suicide. She was murdered, I guess, or killed by the spirits or the ghosts, maybe this bent neck lady. Also, he had a thing in his neck, so I was saying when she fell or whatever, or was coerced into suicide by the ghost or whatever it is, did she break her neck? Is that why he has that issue now? Could be the case. Assuming we're gonna get all into, yeah, so Nelly's dead, obviously, so I don't think there's gonna be any, if we see her in this one, it'll be her, in the present timeline, it'll be her dead body, I guess, but other than just the flashbacks to the childhood and the house and everything, there's been a lot of flashbacks just from the past couple of years and things like that when the adult actors and all that, so I'd assume we get some stuff with her and Luke, the twins here, and the rest of the family. In terms of the childhood stuff, I assume it's going to be more of being, yeah, her and Luke were the ones that got traumatized the most from this stuff, so we'll see. And then I don't know, there keeps, with some of these other flashbacks, they keep showing her wedding and stuff like that, but we haven't really seen what's going on with her husband. Is she even still married to him when she died just now? No one's really mentioned that or anything, so it seems like maybe something happened. I don't know. Maybe we'll get more info on that this time. Will we ever see the dad again in the present timeline? We still haven't seen him since, I think, the first episode. But anyway, I'm excited to jump on in and see what's going on here. So back in the twins' childhood room here. First night. Seen a couple things about the last night in these flashbacks. We're gonna get the bent neck lady on deck here. Yes, they are.
Like a bent neck lady.
Well, that's a new one.
She's gone now, right?
Not for long.
I'd rather sleep here.
Yeah, we saw this already.
Both of you are, right?
They always gotta show Gugino being a good mom in every flashback of the kids here to make it even more tragic.
Okay.
And you said the first occurrence happened.
When I was 6.
People sometimes say they see things.
Like a lady. Isn't that her husband?
Completely harmless. Which is easy for the sleep tech to say, right?
I guess that's how they met, if I'm right about that.
It's funny the things people sometimes report. Shadow people, animals, dead loved ones.
What now, Dr. Vance?
Oh, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a sleep tech.
Oh. Okay, then what now, Mr. Sleep Tech?
Go on a date with me, that's what now.
Do you drink coffee?
Yeah, are you asking me if I want to get coffee?
It's for the health history section in your file.
Oh. I'm sorry.
No, don't be.
No, I really misread
I was
that.
planning on waiting until the end of your visit to ask you out for coffee.
You got it is cold.
I'm trying to figure out what movie this is. To Catch a Thief, I think. There's some of the fam. Judgment ring.
Hey. Oh, I haven't had one of these in a while. Clench your fist.
Oh, that's the dad right there, I guess. The fancy wedding gloves. And it's gonna go downhill from here, probably.
It's taking her forever.
Any second, Penny's gonna drop. 10 minutes. It took her almost 10 minutes.
10 minutes and 30 years.
Who knows if he'll be in any condition to.
She'll know, because she'll feel it.
I wish he was here today.
There's Mama.
What are you looking at?
Nothing.
Fists. Think he's a late sleeper. So he died, maybe. Oh boy. Wonder if they're gonna say heaven to him.
Been almost 2 years. I actually hadn't seen her since.
She wanted you back.
And then she killed him.
I can't remember if they made reference to the husband dying in an earlier episode. Might have, when they were talking about her.
Mrs. Dudley, look what I found. Stars.
Her mom owned this house, Mrs. Hill. One of the things she kept saying was that Jacqueline needed her cup of stars. Use your cup of stars. Insist on your cup of stars. Once they've trapped you into being like everyone else, you'll never see your cup of stars again.
The housekeeper's being a lot nicer to her than the other kids, it seems like.
Very important job. So why would you do that?
I didn't.
I have a steel poker in my head, and my daughters are trashing my...
She's in a mood. I didn't do it.
Gonna touch it and find out who did.
You didn't.
I'm pulling down this wallpaper anyway.
Oh, that's Luke.
Take a right and pull over, please.
It's gonna get some drugs.
You get well. One this time, you get to kind of go through the gates and you get to kind of get it out of your system. I'm going to do it this time. All right?
Remember, this is the most recent time.
It's just you and me. When we were kids and later when you saw what you said you saw, I believed you.
I'll be right back. Spit that out of his mouth.
Yeah, that's what they do.
I guess the twin thing doesn't extend out to, like, getting high yourself when he does or something. That would be crazy.
Philly.
How's he been doing?
Good, actually.
You've spoken to him again?
No. The first few days he was there, I felt like I had the worst flu of my life.
Gets the withdrawal symptoms, but not the high. That sucks.
Not the way you help an addict.
I don't know why she's telling her.
You said you would.
Please, you know I don't like
You said you would. Anything? It's where he died.
Nellie, I don't want...
You said you... Hey!
Why does she still live
I am
here?
feeling serious fucking concern. That is what I am
I
feeling.
can't live like this. Has this quack got you on new
It's
meds?
not quack.
Does Shirley know what he made you do?
That would be really stupid to tell her.
Like you're above taking money from family. You've never cared about anyone more than yourself. And that's sad.
Have you or your siblings been back to Hill House since '92?
Look, I'm thrilled you guys came out for the reading today, but I'm really here to talk about Alcatraz.
That's not great. I have a question, Steve.
I'm so glad you're here.
You're not going to be in a second.
Why did you charge these people $30 a head to sit here and listen to you
Damn,
talk
they had to
about
pay
things
30
that you
bucks for
don't
this.
believe?
Nell.
And you tell me I'm crazy, and that Mom was crazy, and Luke's crazy, and we're all just nuts. And then you tell our stories. You know, you're supposed to protect me. But you say the meanest things to me when I try to tell you.
I guess the people in the crowd got their money's worth on this one.
I just want to know why.
You don't come in here and embarrass me like that.
Me embarrass you. Have you read what you wrote about
You've
us?
had 6 years to file a complaint. Why the hell are you doing this now? Are you off your meds?
No.
Not the time or place.
You think that was constructive?
It felt good.
The problem is that you haven't confronted your past. It always comes back to one thing. The house.
Oh, this is why she's gonna go back.
You'd find it's not a monster. It's barely even a house. Probably littered with graffiti and dirt.
Ghost graffiti. The Cup of Stars. Are we gonna see what went down now?
I have to go back to the house and get Mommy. Here. Okay. Okay.
Did you see anything?
She saw something.
We're in the red room having a tea party with Abdul and Mommy.
How? The red room's locked.
The select room.
Wasn't Mommy?
The Luke method.
5, 6, 7.
Well, who is that?
Did you find Mommy?
Oh, Jesus, covered in blood.
It's just paint.
I didn't know if you'd come back. 2 o'clock.
You hold on to this, and I'll try to be back here as soon as I can, okay?
I'm worried about Luke.
Was that Luke that she saw on the ceiling there? No one else staying at this motel?
There's nothing wrong with going tonight.
Hell House. Not gonna show the part where she called her dad. Or she calls him now, I guess.
Where have you been? Which way did he go, Nellie? We were gonna have a tea party.
Oh, okay then.
This is like what happened last night, maybe?
Oh, good. You're here. But you're not even dressed.
I didn't write that.
I know.
We always believed you. You're expected.
To die.
I always should have believed you. About everything.
Where's Luke?
I'm so proud of you, but
I'm clean and sober, all thanks to you.
Hi, gorgeous. I've missed you.
Oh yeah, they did kind of show her dancing in the one episode at this part. Assume that would be this. Now, how is she actually gonna die? Is that the little girl who owned the teacup or whatever?
Nellie. It's yours now. It's time to wake up, sweetheart.
That would be the pain in Luke's neck there. She is the bent neck lady, huh? Wow. Well, alright, so Nellie has literally become the bent neck lady. I don't know if... I mean, when she was seeing it throughout her whole life, she wasn't seeing her own actual face on there, or was it that she just couldn't see the lady's face and to tell it was her and it was her the whole time or what. I mean, it's hard to figure things like this out, I guess. Like some sort of self-fulfilling prophecy. That was a cool scene at the end, definitely, with her kind of hallucination or whatever you would call it. Obviously seeing everything perfect how she wanted it to be, like Luke being at her wedding, Steven's together with his wife still, everything's happy. Childhood stuff, everything too. The writing on the wall, like people believing her, of course. I don't know what the writing on the wall is supposed to signify. I mean, the mom was like writing it during the hallucination, but in real life, she didn't do it right. Unless she was like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the mom too. How Nellie was kind of coerced to kill herself at the end. I'm assuming a similar thing happened with Kajino and the mom, but I don't know if she was, and she was in the flashback, she was having the headache still again. That seemed to be amplified by the house when she was mad about the writing on the wall, but she didn't like actually write that and then like not realizing she did it or something. I mean, I guess when Theo touched the wall, she would have realized if her mom had actually done it and said something, but maybe not, I don't know. Or otherwise then it was just the ghost wrote it or something. I mean, maybe the ghosts were possessing the mom to do it. I guess that could be. But yeah, very sad life for Nell there. We saw, you know, so that is what happened. Bent neck lady essentially killed her husband, if we can believe that. It wasn't really an aneurysm or whatever. I mean, his neck was like bent seeming also. Does an aneurysm cause it? I guess it could. If you just fall down and hurt it a certain way. I'm assuming that's what they said happened. So, and then she wasn't taking medication and all that. There's this whole scene with her with Luke getting the heroin for him, whatever. He's acting like a junkie, obviously, taking advantage, all of that. And then it was kind of mirrored a little bit with her inviting Theo over. Like she was kind of acting like a junkie in a sense, in a way where she was just so distraught, just trying to use Theo to touch stuff, to tell her what happened and whatever. So that one was hard to watch. And then they got in the argument, obviously, which she must have felt bad about, because even in the hallucination, then she said, Theo was there saying like, I forgive you, or sorry we fought, or whatever like that. And then the whole scene with Luke, with Steven at his book thing, which was good. I mean, even though that's not what the doctor wanted, confronting him that way, it was kind of satisfying to seeing how Steven's been acting to the family this whole time. But yeah, with the doctor there, I mean, I can see where he's coming from. Like, if this was like real life, it's true, it is just a house, whatever, you should confront it like that. Obviously, that was a grave mistake, though, knowing there really is something supernatural going on here, evidently. So I think everyone's going to be pretty upset with this doctor here, but if we haven't seen him again, probably not. But so still trying to figure out what happened, piece together. I assume I think this is halfway through the show here now, so I assume we'll be getting, in the back half here, we'll be getting a more thorough flashback of what actually happened to the mom. And so obviously there was more stuff with the dad. He dropped him off at the motel. No one really seemed to know exactly what happened. Theo saw something, but she doesn't understand it maybe. And I noticed also she wouldn't touch the dad then when he was hugging everyone either. And there was a thing in her own episode at the end when she touched him and saw something, which couldn't quite parse what it was, but then the dad comes back covered in blood. He calls the cops then. It was something to do with that red room, which they were trying to get into, they didn't have the key for. I think they said they're having a tea party like Luke and Nellie, so were they awake for this, or was it ghost versions or something? I mean, I guess if Nellie was hallucinating all this stuff at the end when she died, I guess the mom could have been hallucinating stuff too, like her kids or something. But I mean, obviously they had to live with their aunt after that. So also I'm trying to figure out, I guess the Legend of Hill House got popularized partially by Steven writing the book and everything. He's a famous author now, but what do people think happened anyway? Because I feel like people in the world here must have known about it already. That's why they're so interested in it in the first place. Like, what are they think's happening there? Like, what was the story coming out? And then the dad didn't get arrested. Like, he wasn't charged with murdering her or anything. And I think they did say it was a suicide for his wife too. So then there's the whole thing with the lawyer. He loses custody. All this. Like, what is the national storyline saying? It is saying like there's ghost spirits or whatever. I mean, it's got to be tied in somewhat with his housekeepers knowing something too. Well, like I said, I think we'll be getting more info on that here in the second half of the season. And now it's done with the kids having their spotlight. I don't know, his next time is maybe going to be a spotlight on the dad himself. That could be, I don't know what would be after that, or is it just going to be, maybe the next time is like her funeral and the family's back together. But yeah, I'm excited to see whatever it is in episode 6 here. Be back for that next week with Drewz Viewz, A Haunting of Hill House. And until I am back, please do subscribe to the channel if you like these. Give it a like, leave me a comment, anything like that you like to do. And until next time, I'm Ghost.